We're living through a revolution in artificial intelligence. From superhuman gameplay to large language models like ChatGPT, every day it feels like we hear about a new breakthrough. What do all of these breakthroughs have in common? Massive amounts of advanced computing. As we just heard discussed in the last talk, in order to unlock the secrets buried within massive data sets, takes data centers consuming kilowatts and megawatts of power in enormous clusters and networks of advanced processors. As exciting as all of these new AI capabilities are, in some ways, we've been focusing on the easiest problems first. We've built algorithms that excel at narrow, very specifically defined tasks in constrained, highly defined environments. As we look to the future, what we really want to enable is true edge intelligence. That is, systems and machines that are able to autonomously sense, decide, and act under the messiness of the real world, while using only a tiny fraction of the power of today's AI data centers. What's the biggest thing standing in our way? Uncertainty. And when I say uncertainty, I mean deep uncertainty. These are things that we don't just not know, but things that are actually unknowable. And when any of us as engineers are faced with really big problems, the first thing we like to do is neck down, steer away from the big problems, and focus on things that we can better get our heads around. Today, I'm going to encourage you to do exactly the opposite of that. So when I say uncertainty, what specifically are we uncertain about? Well, let's start with the operating environment. We want autonomous systems and autonomous intelligence that's able to operate in the open world, able to encounter new and surprising features and respond reliably to those new experiences the very first time. And we don't know how to do that. We're also uncertain about the job that we want these autonomous systems to perform. We want to be flexible in these uncertain environments. Multitaskers, not unitaskers. How do we enable these advanced systems to take on new roles across their lifetime? And let's talk for a minute about goals. Intelligent systems, AIs, only have the goals that human programmers give them. But this is one of the gnarliest problems in artificial intelligence, that human developers are really bad, terrible really, at specifying completely and perfectly the goals that AI systems should have. Stuart Russell called this the King Midas problem. We really need ways for AIs to tolerate uncertainty in the goals that are actually specified to them. And finally, and I think really of high relevance to this group, is requirements, specifically uncertainty about requirements for future hardware. If we don't think very carefully about what our future needs are, because we don't have a good understanding of all the algorithms that solve these other classes of uncertainty, given the high dependence of processing on enabling future AI algorithms, how do we make sure we build the processors today that will enable us to develop the AI algorithms of the future? Today, we're going to start the conversation on how we overcome and embrace uncertainty. We certainly don't have all the solutions, but what you're going to see is discussions of continual learning, systems that don't just do inference at the edge, but are actually able to learn and adapt in new situations under the constraints of an edge processing environment. You're going to see integrated sense and compute that takes inspiration from the biological world and tightly couples perception of the environment to how that environment is processed and decisions are made. You're going to see processors that really rethink what it means to build a specialized accelerator and are able to generalize rapidly to a much greater range of applications. And you're going to see entire systems designed and aligned to the specific decisions that have to be made. Today, I'm going to challenge you all to come up with new ways to embrace uncertainty and enable the edge intelligence systems of tomorrow. I'll leave you with a quote from General Eisenhower, that whenever we're faced with a problem that's too big to solve, enlarge it. Thank you.